Good morning, I'm Nicole Karkic.
And I'm Michelle Nelson. On this Wednesday, lots to talk about with those developing stories. It's cool in the east for now.
Exactly. It's really warming up into the weekend. We've got significant rain, though, for parts of the prairies. And our must-see videos, Michelle, you're going to tackle that.
Yeah, the top three, that's coming up. Let's head out to Nathan Coleman for a look at conditions out east.
Well, we've got the rain coming down here in Halifax, so you need your umbrella, rain boots, rain gear, but dress in layers because we're clearing out for the afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. Getting back to seasonal, we've been through a lot this sprinter, haven't we? Well, this cold front, it's stalling over Cape Breton, especially Richmond County. You could see some mixing over the next couple days, so not over yet. And if you live near a waterway, you want to steer clear. Not time for getting out the canoe just yet, especially New Brunswick. Levels are high. We're waiting for another update from NBEMO.
That's right, and we do have more rain coming through some parts of the east to be concerned about. So east of Halifax, it's going to start to clear out, but Cape Breton and the western shores of Newfoundland, that is in line to see unsettled weather right into the end of the weekend. We do have warnings that have been in place for strong winds in Newfoundland. Those are going to be dropping. And then a look at the moisture stream coming in. 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of Cape Breton. The heaviest moisture staying offshore, so that's certainly good news. And then the western shores of Newfoundland, that's under 10 millimeters of rain, but also tonight, as Nathan mentioned, some of these areas could be seeing a rain-snow mix because it's cool enough for that. There's some light snow falling around Wisconsin. It's not going to move into Ontario, though. Could see some scattered flurries around Sault Ste. Marie, but other than that, it is much more of a temperature story. And speaking of temperatures and things we have to think about this time of year, let's get an update on tires.
Here we have the high-performance winter tire. You can see a directional tread pattern and a rubber compound used in the tread that is optimized for performance +7 Celsius and lower.
All right, and temperatures are below average for today and into tomorrow even. Ottawa will get up to 6 tomorrow, which is certainly below our average. But as we head right into the weekend, there's a change coming for us. That shot of cooler air today and tomorrow in Ontario and Quebec and even the Maritime provinces starts to change. We get into those yellows, Michelle, and a lot of people are looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, I don't blame them. A big warm up for the weekend, so it's finally going to feel like spring. And we've been talking about this, the top three videos. First off, the tornado in China. This is some pretty drastic footage. It was a dangerous scene. 23 people were injured. This is in the southeast. You can see that tornado there, just shot on camera. There were a number of buildings damaged. You could see some damage to the cars and even some trees that were uprooted. Let's get into that number 2 spot. Incredible hail in the U.S., and we're talking a lot of hail. Severe storm stateside. And here's the damage. You could just hear it there in Wiley, Texas. We had baseball-sized hail Monday, Tuesday, teacup-sized hail. Still looking at that risk for severe weather for today. And an Alberta dust devil. Yes, this was the scene in Airdrie, our must-see video. Stay with us. At 17 past, we'll announce the winner of a snowmobile.
This weather segment has been brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rich, smooth, and delicious.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rich, smooth, and delicious.
You know the expression, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Well, how about if you don't like the weather, wait 5 days? Or if you do like the weather, then you can keep on keeping on liking that weather. And that's because we're seeing a bit of a shift in the jet stream. It's almost shaped like the Greek letter omega, hence omega block. And this is like atmosphere gridlock. Nothing moves. Now, it hasn't arrived yet. We take a look at today's system. Still cool in Ontario and Quebec. But there's the beginnings of it over in British Columbia. I'm going to show you for this weekend, the milder air is going to move into places that had been previously anything but mild, and we're going to get some wetter weather in areas that had not seen a whole lot of rain. Let's put some numbers behind this. And forecast for Sunday, look at all these double digits, flirting with 20 degrees, cooler by the lake shores and sea, but warmer inland, and compare that to periods of heavy rain, including a lot of that beautiful farmland in southeastern areas and southwestern Saskatchewan, 50 to 75 millimeters en route.
The school day forecast is brought to you by Conair's revolutionary curl secret. Get a perfect curl every time.
Here is your school day forecast. Make sure your kids are properly dressed as they head out for class and after school activities.
Caramel and hazelnuts.
Nougat cream.
And chocolate.
But it's best when all together. Toffee. Together, it's just the greatest fun.
Enamel is the hardest substance in the human body. You want to protect your enamel layer. It has to be the thickest it can be. But yet if you have dietary acids constantly invading it, you're going to have it start to wear down. As the enamel thins, it starts to look more yellow, it becomes duller, sometimes translucent. I'd recommend using Pronamel. It helps to strengthen enamel that has been softened by acids. You have to protect what you have. And you should always start right away. My first choice to recommend is always Pronamel toothpaste.
Since 1961, Pearl Vision has been providing expert eye care. Today, we make caring for your eyes even easier. Right now, buy one pair of glasses and get another pair free. This is genuine eye care in your neighborhood. This is Pearl Vision.
Having choice is better. And for 5 days only during the Nissan My Choice sales event, choose up to $2,000 bonus cash or other great offers. Hurry, sale ends April 18th.
Closed captioning is brought to you in part by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rich, smooth, and delicious.
Well, a very good morning to you on this Wednesday. I'll tell you, you're watching at the perfect time because Yamaha is here and we are just about to give away a snowmobile to one very lucky viewer. So Kevin Yard, you're out on the scene. And Kevin, bring us the good news. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Rachel. Hey, it's springtime, but we're talking snowmobiles, and of course, this will be great, of course, if you win the snowmobile to get out into the snow and carve up the snow next year. I'm here with my good friend Brian Hudson, who's the marketing manager of Yamaha Motor Canada. Tell us about the snowmobile. We're getting a really good look at that snowmobile.
Well, we're giving away a Yamaha Viper today, which is about 130 horsepower, different track lengths, all across the country, suits whatever the riding taste is. And we've had thousands of entries enter for this, so we're excited to pull a winner today.
And how do people get involved? How do they get into the contest?
They've got to follow the Weather Network on Facebook and or Twitter. And basically it was promoted through those avenues, and we've had thousands of entries. So it's been a very good response, and we're excited to pull them.
Okay, well, here it goes. So Joel, if I can get you to spin it, and we'll get it going around there. So literally thousands of entrants here. Someone's going to be the winner of an amazing, amazing Viper. And I'm going to turn my back and put my hand in there. Move it around. And
reach down deep. Let's see what we got.
Down deep. Okay, make sure I've got one.
I think you got one,
There we go. I'll get you to read it there, Brian.
Rick Duncan from Regina,
All
Saskatchewan.
right, Rick Duncan from Regina, Saskatchewan. We're going to be calling you. And if your friends know who he is, yeah, tell Rick to wake up. We're going to be calling him. We'll be doing that in a minute. Congratulations, you won this Viper.
That is so awesome. It's still only 5 a.m. out in Saskatchewan. So, Rick, a very good morning to you and congratulations. Now, as we look at this pattern in the jet stream, this is actually going to be bringing in some much milder conditions off to eastern portions of the country. So if you're joining us this morning from Ontario, from Quebec, the conditions are looking great to actually celebrate spring. Have a look at this. This is what we call the Omega block in the jet stream. So an area of high pressure really coming into play. And what we're seeing set up here is actually going to stick in play over the next week or so. So Ontario, you're going to be enjoying some very dry conditions, but off to the west here, across the prairies, some very wet weather actually coming into play. Places like Brandon, we could see over 70 millimeters of rain. So Nicole Karkik is going to join the show and give you an update on that story. That's coming up. But out in Atlantic Canada today, the rain continues to ease. 7 degrees in Sydney, 10 in Corner Brook, and Chris Murphy also on the show with a very interesting story in regards to the winds in St. John's. We'll keep you updated on that. Before we leave you here, a quick look at weather right across the country as we get into Thursday. 7 degrees for the city of Toronto. Your local, it starts now.
This weather segment has been brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rich, smooth, and delicious.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rise and shine. Force of Nature is brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rich, smooth, and delicious.
We start with news of a tornado, though not from where you'd expect it. Southeast China saw this rare tornado Tuesday, leading to significant damage to trees and the roofs of buildings. 23 people were hurt, but no deaths were reported. A slow-moving system has triggered flash flooding across parts of the Middle East. The storm has slowly tracked from the Mediterranean Sea towards the northern Persian Gulf, leading to significant thunderstorm activity. Rainfall totals of 100 millimeters are possible. We end with a tornado of a different nature, a dust devil. This one comes from Chile. Dust devils are not formed by thunderstorms. They require air rising rapidly from the warm ground. Most of the time, they are harmless, but have been known to move objects like sheds. Stay tuned. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast at 26 past the hour.
Little hands, the world is yours. Hold it close with open arms. You'll feel love. Hold it close with open arms. Little hands.
If your yard's looking rough, you need to clean things up. And if you clean things up, why not add some color? And if you add some color, you'll want to spend more time outdoors. And if you want to spend more time outdoors, go straight to the experts. Because we know spring. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
The new OutDry jacket. Tested tough.
Hi, Grandma. Sarah, when are you coming to visit? Well, actually, we're all coming to visit. We won Lotto 649.
The next Lotto 649 jackpot is $5 million, plus the guaranteed $1 million prize.
Hello? When you want it, you've got to have it. Smart Food.
Join the movement. You have the power to give life. Donate blood today.
Good morning. I'm Nicole Karkic from your National Morning Show.
And I'm Rachel Schutzen from Toronto's Morning Show. We have lots of rain on the way, plus an omega block. We're going to explain what that means. That's coming up. But first, the rain in the Atlantic.
That's right. It's sticking around for Cape Breton as well as the western shores of Newfoundland because of that blocking pattern in place. A general 10 to 20 millimeters. The heaviest rain is staying offshore, Rachel, so that's good news. But western shores of Newfoundland and parts of Cape Breton tonight could get cold enough that we see snow or rain-snow mix.
For sure. And as we look across the prairies, we are talking about a significant amount of rain coming through. And this is going to start to add up as we look towards the end of the week. So, Nicole, you were mentioning places like Brandon, 70 millimeters.
That's right. Winnipeg closer to 30 at this point, but we could also see some thunderstorms marching through tomorrow as the system moves up from the United States. Let's take you to our relative humidity, which is a good estimation of the moisture in the environment here. And notice, Rachel, it's going to start to quickly evaporate.
Quickly move away, and that's exactly what this Omega block will do for Ontario. It's actually going to be a treat in the forecast. I feel like a lot of people in Ontario deserve this treat. But first, I want to take you outside to Michelle Nelson. Michelle, it looks like Yamaha is just wrapping up behind you. We just gave away that snowmobile to Rick in Saskatchewan. It's been a pretty exciting morning here on the Weather Network.
Yeah, thanks so much for that, Rachel. It has been exciting, and they are just wrapping up behind me, but Kevin Yard is about to call the winner, so that's coming up later on in the show. We are seeing a bit of a cool start to the day here in Ontario, but the sun is starting to come out, and we're looking at calm conditions. Yesterday, it was a bit breezy out here, but we still have that northwesterly flow, so that's why we are dealing with the wind chill. It is feeling a bit cooler than it looks outside. We will see more sunshine really over the next 3 days, and overall, a drier trend as we head towards the weekend. But for more on that, I'll throw it back inside with the Lone Ranger.
I just want to say one thing. Rick Duncan, you have won that snowmobile. We announced it in our last segment. So very big congratulations to you.
Exactly. So looking at our early April pattern. So this is what happened. We all know it was cold in the east of late, mild above average in the west. Here's the big change coming. It's called an Omega blocking pattern because, as you'll see here, it sort of looks like the Greek letter omega.
Exactly. And that area of high pressure sitting right under that ridge that's over Ontario. And that's what's going to bring in these very dry conditions and warm conditions as well. We're talking double digits.
That's right. So if you're under the high, lighter winds, promotion of sinking air, so some sunshine. Meanwhile, the Maritime provinces kind of on the fringe. You're on the border of this. So you'll see temperatures that are closer to seasonal. Meanwhile, for Newfoundland, we've got some cold air advection for you just because you're on the right of that high. But let's enjoy these temperatures on Friday for some in the east.
For sure. Montreal getting up to 12 degrees, Toronto at 9. And one thing that we're really going to watch around the Great Lakes is the lake breeze. So, of course, keeping it a little bit cooler. Look at Toronto, 12. Timmins, 18 degrees as we look at this weekend.
Exactly. Some more inland. You're going to be feeling the effects of that more. And then as we jump to Sunday, Montreal, 19 degrees and such a beautiful city. So as we look to our pattern, late April, getting excited about it.
This weather segment has been brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rich, smooth, and delicious.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rich, smooth, and delicious.
Here are the top 5 windiest cities based on average hourly wind speed. Number 5 takes us to Saskatchewan. The flatness of Regina's landscape contributes to stronger winds, allowing less friction, whether it's thunderstorms or blowing snow. Number 4 as well in Saskatchewan, that's Swift Current. With a name like Swift Current, you know that the winds have always been an issue, whether it's thunderstorms again or Chinooks in the winter. Number 3, that's Summerside PEI, home to Canada's first municipally owned and operated wind farm, which produces 25% of the electricity for the entire city on an average day. And number 2, we have Gander, Newfoundland. The interesting thing about Gander is winds are even stronger in the winter. Look at that blowing snow. And it's also a similar story for our number 1 spot, St. John's, Newfoundland. Listen to the winds on top of Signal Hill. You should visit Signal Hill in the summer. It's even windier in the winter. For more top 5 videos, check out our website, theweathernetwork.com.
Highway conditions are brought to you by Newfoundland and Labrador.
All right, we will see some wet roads in parts of the east. Watch for the green. That's where the showers are. So parts of Cape Breton Island, just east of Halifax and the western shores of Newfoundland. This takes us into Thursday as well. Just a bit of a blocking pattern setting up in place, so those areas will continue to get this stream of moisture. And in fact, what we're seeing tonight through to Thursday is some cooler air. So parts of Cape Breton and the western shores of Newfoundland, where we see that blue, could get some mixing or some snow. Here's a look at how much rain is accumulating through Thursday.
Bridgestone's revolutionary drive guard tires are engineered to take a puncture and drive up to 80 kilometers on a flat.
I feel unstoppable, like a superhero.
With a sidekick.
Yeah, you're my sidekick, right, bud?
No.
Okay.
Something on your mind? I just got engaged, but I don't know if he's the one. I have the same problem. I found a flight online, but the price could change. It's like, do I book now? Do I wait? Okay, that's not really the same. Plus, there's Kayak. Its price forecast tool tells you if it's a good time to book. Problem solved. Except yours. Sorry.
Kayak. Travel problem solved.
Are you single?
Yes.
What are you looking for?
You know, not just a first date and gone, maybe a second date.
Match leads to more second dates than any other app.
I'll have to try and Match, I guess.
Match. Start for free today. 18 plus.
The new OutDry jacket. Tested tough.
Having choice is better. During the Nissan My Choice sales event, choose Rogue from $258 a month at 1.49% APR. That's like paying only $59 weekly.
The Weather Network's team of meteorologists and weather presenters use raw observational data from Environment Canada to create forecasts and give you the complete picture.
The Weather Wake Up is brought to you by McCafe.
4 seconds. Well, as a cold start to the morning in southern Ontario, as well as even in Regina, Saskatchewan, we are here at the Weather Network. Of course, big day. We are giving away, as a matter of fact, we just gave away a Yamaha Viper. And I'm here with Brian Hudson, who's the marketing manager from Yamaha Motor Canada. Tell us the winner, who it was. I think we've got him on the phone.
Yeah, we just drew it about 10 minutes ago. It was Rick Duncan from Regina, Saskatchewan, and we do have him on the call. It was an early call for him at 5 a.m., but You picked up the phone and we answered, and he's now the lucky winner of a Viper.
So Rick, are you there, Rick?
Yes, I am.
Hello. Well, congratulations. I know with the time difference here, I think we woke you up around 5 o'clock.
That's affirmative.
Now, how does it feel to be the winner of this amazing Viper?
Fantastic. Just got into starting the snowmobile. And
Now, are you an experienced snowmobiler, Rick, or?
novice. 2 years.
Right on. So this is a big deal then. How's
you bet.
Saskatchewan? What type of trails are you riding on?
Well, we got all kinds of trails, you know, just like 5 minutes outside Regina and away you go.
Nice stuff. So you're close to the snowmobile country. That's good for you. We're excited to give you this Yamaha Viper. It's got about 130 horsepower, box suspension. It's the one we're referring to today here on screen has actually an STX DX, so it's good for long trips and when you're out in the snow. So we're really excited to give this to you, and I just want to say congratulations once again on behalf of Yamaha Motor Canada.
Fantastic.
Okay, so there you have it. Rick Duncan from Regina, Saskatchewan, the winner of this amazing Yamaha Viper. Let's sort back inside to the studio.
Such a cool morning here on the Weather Network. Rick Duncan, we're so happy for you. Enjoy that snowmobile. Hopefully not enjoying the snowmobile, though, this month, because we want you to enjoy that as of course, we get into our next winter season. Now, here's a look at our morning headlines this morning. We're talking about a cool day today with a mix of sun and cloud for people in Ontario. The warming trend will begin, though. This Omega block moves in throughout Ontario and into Quebec, so those details are coming up. And in terms of the roads, dry this morning. We are looking at one issue, though. I quickly want to bring up this traffic camera here. This is what the Gardner is looking like westbound, pardon me, just as you're connecting to the 427. So just ahead.
This weather segment has been brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rich, smooth, and delicious.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area.
upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Rise and shine.